Well, a good evening to you folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakeland, Florida, here at the USA International Speedway, where tonight the Bellinger Electric Incorporated, or BEI, UMP Modified Series will take to the track here tonight. The BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds racing here on Monday nights. We have got well over 30 cars ready to do battle here tonight on the USA International Speedway dirt track. And heat race number one making their way out onto the racetrack as we speak. Here's how they're going to go off for you. Starting on the pole in the 522 is going to be Caleb Sexton, who set quick time in the time trial session. Going away to his outside in the 7-11 here tonight is going to be Jacob Hilburn. Row number 2 to the inside will be the 4 car. That is Joshua Johnson as we get the green flag here off of turn 4. Sexton is going to lead them here into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. They rocket him down in the front straightaway, put lap number 1 up on the board. Still Sexton out in front here, leading this one early on. Hilburn runs in the 2 spot in the 7-11. Right behind him is Joshua Johnson out there in the 4 car tonight. Troy Stuckwish in the 124, running right behind Johnson as we've got a great battle back here for position between George Curtis and Seth Cheney in the 87. They go side by side. Remember, only 4 cars going to qualify into tonight's feature event. 30 laps the distance for tonight's feature. We're running our first of 4 heat races, 8 laps the distance here tonight at USA. Top 4 cars, single file, as they continue to click off laps. They've got a couple of car lengths back here to our battle for the 5th spot. Of course, that'll only be a spot going to tonight's B main, but they're doing battle nonetheless. Oh, a little bit of contact here into turn number 3. They get them sorted out here off of turn 4. That was a close one there for Seth Cheney, and right behind him was George Curtis. A little bit of contact there, but they keep on going. Curtis now going to get just a little bit of a battle here from Cole Harvey. But we'll go back up front here. Caleb Sexton in the 522, your fast qualifier here tonight. Puts another lap on the board, and I got to tell you, Hilburn is starting to reel him in ever so slightly here in heat race number 1. They work their way through turns 3 and 4 all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack, off of turn 4, and then let it glide all the way up to the wall. As I think this is going to be the fight we're going to see all night long, as these guys looking for the moisture on the bottom. As it's still Sexton and Hilburn 1-2. Sexton will bring him down to the line in the 522 machine, and he is going to come out of heat race number 1 here the victor as he swings through turns 3 and 4 here for the final time. So it'll be Sexton in the 522. It'll come down to the line here. Checkered flag in the air. Second will go to Hilborn.
First and second, you want to get in your finishing order, please?
So those will be your top 2 cars going to tonight's dash. Remember, 4 heats here tonight, 8 laps the distance in each of those. Top 2 cars will go to tonight's dash for cash. Top 4 qualify into tonight's A main. Our dash will be 8 laps in distance here tonight. The B main will roll off for 12 laps, and we'll be taking the top 8 cars out of tonight's B main. So you've got 16 opportunities here to make the A main through the heat racing. And then we will take 8 cars in addition to make our 24-car starting field for tonight's 30-lap A main here at USA. Just about ready to bring heat race number 2 out onto the track. We'll give you the lineup here. Going away from the pole in the 313 machine, that'll be Greg Thompson. He was just shy of quick time here tonight. Second fastest, but he will start on the pole for heat race number 2. To his outside in the 097 is Rocky Battenfield. Row 2 to the inside, the 096 of Randy Crowder. Starting alongside him in the 86 machine will be Derek Fedkenhuer. Row number 3 to the inside in the 24 machine will be Trevor Baker. To his outside, the 67 of Ken McLaughlin. Next row back, we'll see William Mosel in the 666, and to his outside, the 02 of Trenton Vogt. So again, we thank you for joining our broadcast here tonight on the Hammer Down iRacing League. You can catch us, our live broadcast at www.hdirl.com. As we can see, heat race number 2 lining up and getting ready to go. Looks like everybody lined up as they should be. So we're going to have 8 cars. 8 laps will be the distance.
We going green now or going around one pace lap first?
Field appears to be set here. Looks like we're going to be going green here off of turn number 4. It'll be Greg Thompson in the 313 leading us to the green. He hits the loud pedal and heat race number 2 is underway. Sliding off into turns 1 and 2 here for the first time will be Thompson, as he will break out into the lead. Right behind him is Battenfield. Running in the 3rd spot is Crowder as we go to turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Baker in the 24 machine trying to hold off a hard-charging Derek Fedkenhuer for that final transfer spot into tonight's A main. Baker sitting pretty right now through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway here for the second time in that 24 machine. We'll move back up front, and we'll take a look at your leader here. Greg Thompson pulls away now to a 3-4 car length lead as they slide him off here into turn number 3. as we're going to have a battle here for the second spot between Battenfield and Crowder. Down the front straightaway they go to click off another lap. And it's still Trevor Baker holding on to that final qualifying spot. And not too far behind him and trying to reel him in is Fedkenhuer in the 86 car. Catches the wall just a little bit entering turn 3. Gets a nice corner there through turns 3 and 4 as he is still trying to chase down Baker here for the final qualifying spot. Moving things back up front here, we've still got Greg Thompson in that 313 machine making his way through turns 1 and 2. The battle for second is getting interesting here as Battenfield continues to hold on to that spot in the 097. The Randy Crowder in the 096 right behind him, about a car length and a half back. Good battle there for second. Now let's take a look back here at the transfer spot one more time as Baker doing everything he can to hold off the 86 of Fedkenhuer. Fedkenhuer getting a good run off the bottom. He catches the wall there on the back straightaway. That's going to scrub off some time here as he's trying to chase down Baker. Oh, Fedkenhuer taking a peek down low on Baker here for that final transfer spot. Again, only 4 cars going straight into tonight's A main as they work their way into turn 3. Fedkenhuer, oh, he's taking a look underneath. Baker slid up high. They're side by side off of turn 4. Oh, it's nearly a dead heat at the line here for our final transfer spot. Fedkenhuer leans it back in down low, and boy, did he get a good run off of turn 2. But Baker still with the momentum on the outside, but here comes Fedkenhuer down to the bottom in that 86 car, the TRD sponsored ride, and down the front straightaway to the line. Boy, this is going to be close. It's still Baker out front. And it looks like Baker will get that position to transfer to tonight's A. Greg Thompson going to take the win here in heat race number 2. Great racing there here in heat race number 2, as it looks like Baker had just enough to clip the 86 of Fedkenhuer at the line.
We reviewed the tape. The 24 came across the line first.
And we're getting ready to line up heat race number 3
clear
here.
the
Let's go ahead and go down the running order and tell you how they are going to go. Going away from the pole will be Torrin Schurz in the 20 car. Starting alongside Schurz in the 888 will be Jacob Sampson. Row 2 to the inside will be the 08 machine of Michael Hackett. Starting alongside him in the 69 will be Keith Hackney. Next row back in the 129 will be Curtis Uphoff. Starting alongside him in the 102 will be Marcus Brown. In our final row, the number 63 of Kevin O'Dow, and to his outside, rounding out the field here in heat race number 3, the 115 of Chase Wascom, although I don't believe that he will be making the call here. He had all sorts of problems in time trials here tonight. So just about ready to go here with heat race number 3. Cars getting lined up here on the pit road. Again, Torn Shirts will bring us to the green in the 20 machine. And cars will start rolling out here for heat race number 3. Again, remember 8 cars here, 8 laps the distance. Top 2 will go to tonight's Dash for Cash. Top 4 will make it to tonight's A main. And if our first 2 heat races were any indication, should be some pretty interesting action here for that transfer spot. Again, 16 cars will transfer to the A main right out of the heat races here. And 8 cars will come from tonight's B main, as we had over 30 entered here tonight for the BEI Lightning Series here for the UMP Modifieds. Head starter Dave Farney looking him over, and he's going to give him the green flag. Torn Shirts is going to pull out into the lead here and lead the field here into turn number 1. Good battle back here for the second spot, as everybody getting themselves sorted around here. We've got Jacob Sampson and Michael Hackett doing battle there for the second and third position. Great race. And then coming right back onto his back bumper is Keith Hackney in the 69 machine. Great battle here. Second, third, and fourth. Nose to tail. These guys battling for a Dash for Cash spot. Torn Shirts out front in the 20 car, and he is pulling out to a sizable lead here as we work the middle stages of heat race number 3. Good battle back here. Sampson still continues to hold on to that second spot, but what a battle here with Keith Hackney. Hackney going for that final spot in tonight's dash. Let's see if he can get it here as we look back a little bit further. We've got Michael Hackett riding in the 4th spot, but boy, the battle is right now for that second spot. Keith Hackney and Jacob Sampson going at it, the 888 and the 69. Oh, a little bit of contact into turn number 3. Getting real interesting here as they bring it off at turn 4. I'm surprised that Hackney is still able to get the run that he's able to on Sampson here, even though he's running the outside lane. And look at him take the second spot. So move Hackney up to second. Move Sampson back to third, but Sampson not going to go quietly here as Shirts continues to lead this one well over half a straightaway, trying to stretch it to a full straightaway here as we continue to click off laps. Only a couple of laps left to go here in heat race number 3. Torn Shirts well out in front of this one in the 20 car as we're watching back here for the second spot. That is Keith Hackney, who now starts to put a gap a little bit here on Jacob Sampson in the 888. So it looks like Hackney, if he can continue to hold that spot, will continue on to tonight's dash. Again, we're taking the top 2 finishers to tonight's Dash for Cash. The top 4 finishers will get spots in tonight's A main. And there you have it. Torrin Shirt's going to pull down the win here in heat race number 3. Finishing in the 2nd spot will be Keith Hackney. 3rd is Jacob Sampson. And your 4th car going to tonight's A main is Michael Hackett in the 08 machine. So there's your top 4. Everybody else will go to tonight's B main. Of course, the B main will be 12 laps in distance. Top 8 drivers will come out of the B main into tonight's 30-lap A main here at USA International. As we get ready to stack them up here for heat race number 4, we'll give you a little race information here at USA International Speedway. Of course, this is a dirt track 3/4 miles in length, which is a pretty big place here. A lot of the tracks in my neck of the woods here in the Northeast, you see a lot of quarter mile, half miles, maybe a few third-mile bull rings sprinkled in there. But USA International down in Lakeland, Florida, where we're racing here tonight, 3/4 miles in length. And just a real racy surface here, especially for the Dirt UMP Modifieds running here tonight with the BEI Lightning Series. As they continue to line up heat race number 4, let's go ahead and tell you how they're going to go away. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 4, our 4th and final heat race will be Corey Budno in the 34. To his outside in the 177 tonight is Dylan Conrad. Row 2 to the inside will be the 208 machine. That is driven tonight by Noah Samples. To his outside in the 06 will be Matthew Everts. Next row back on the inside in the 023 is Blake Mosley. To his outside in the 87 machine will be Sean Freeman. And our final row on the inside in car number 7 will be Brian Bellinger. And to his outside in the 59, that's being driven tonight by Blake Fulmer. We'll see if Fulmer actually makes the call. Another one of the drivers that had just a little bit of trouble in time trials. So we'll see how the 59 car makes out here for the heat race. Well, here we go. Cars on the track. Ready to go here for heat race number 4. Double file here on the initial start. As they are just about ready to go, they enter turn number 3 and are ready to bring it through turn number 4. It'll be Corey Budno leading the field to the green. Dave Farney takes a look over everybody and says, all right, here we go, let's go. And Corey Budno is, we're going to hold on. We're going to do one more lap here. Looks like we had got Brian Bellinger out here joining the field. So it looks like, as I thought it would be, 7 cars will actually take the green here for heat race number 4. Again, 4 cars will qualify into tonight's 30-lap A main. Top 2 will go to the Dash for Cash. Everybody else will go into tonight's B main, which will be 12 laps in distance. And we'll take the top 8 finishers to tonight's A main. So here we go, ready to start. Budno and Conrad will lead them off of turn number 4. Budno is the control car. As they bring them off turn 4, Dave Farney takes a look over everybody and says, all right, here we go. Waves that green go stick, and we are underway with heat race number 4. Budno right down on the bottom lane, trying to use that preferred lane that we've seen a lot of drivers use here tonight. As now Conrad, Budno caught the wall and slid up just a touch. Here comes Conrad down to the bottom. Oh, and we've got contact in the corner. Conrad and Budno get together. And boy, right behind them, tucked into line, is Noah Samples. They're riding in that third spot as he's going to try and get himself up into tonight's dash. Got to be in the top two to make it there. Budno brings the Thunder Motorsports 34. Little bit off of the bottom lane. He's about a car length up and really opening the door here for Conrad. As Conrad tries to take a peek, couldn't make it happen that time off of turn number 4. They come down to click off lap number 4 here. Excuse me, I think that's actually lap number 3. And now Conrad with a good run down the back straightaway. Conrad trying to take that target 177, but he caught the inside barrier. Slid out just a bit, and that's all Budno needed. Now Budno going to put some distance on Conrad here for the lead in heat race number 4. So Budno continues to be your leader. Conrad running in the second spot. Noah Samples riding in the third spot. And we'll go back here to our fourth place car, Blake Mosley, in the 0-2-3. He has got a comfortable margin right now over Brian Bellinger. Bellinger in that Bellinger Electric Incorporated number 7, trying to do his best to get up here to Mosley to battle for that final qualifying spot. Hasn't happened here just yet as we start to close in on the finish of this one. And I got to give Conrad credit. He is not giving up. Conrad doing everything he can to try and get underneath the 34 machine. And now he takes it to the top shelf through turns 3 and 4. Going to try and make something happen there, but Budno continues to have the same margin here as we close in on the finish of this one. Samples still continues to hold on to the third spot. He's comfortably in the show here later on tonight. And off at turn number 4, it looks like Budno is going to be able to do it. He's going to hold on here for the win. Finishing in the second spot will be Dylan Conrad. Third will be Noah Samples. And back here in the fourth spot is Blake Mosley in the 0-2-3. That will send Brian Bellinger, Sean Freeman, and Matthew Everts to tonight's B main. Congratulations again here to heat race number 4 winner, Corey Budno. So that will do it. All 4 of our heat races in the books here tonight. Coming up next will be our 12-lap B main. And this is going to be a dandy. This will be the final chance for these drivers running in tonight's B main to try and get into tonight's 30-lap A main event. It'll be 12 laps in distance. Top 8 will transfer. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting because you're going to have a large crop of drivers that are going to be running in this one. I mean, basically, we've taken half of the field here tonight that have been already locked into tonight's A main, and that's going to leave the rest of the field, the rest of the half of the field, to battle for tonight's A main. And that should be a good one. 8 cars, again, will transfer. Following our B main here tonight will be our Dash for Cash. We'll have 8 cars competing in that. And that, of course, will be 8 laps in distance. But first up will be the B main. We'll take a short pause for the cause here while we get the drivers lined up. I want to thank our sponsors here. They are sponsoring the action here tonight for the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds. That, of course, is Bellinger Electric Incorporated. We thank them very much for their sponsorship of the series. And, of course, be sure to check out all the action at HDIRL.com here for the Hammer Down iRacing League. 7 nights a week of action for you here on HDIRL. Coming up tomorrow night, Tuesday, March 6th, we've got the 360 Sprint Cars at Williams Grove. And that is going to be a dandy. 20 laps in distance there for the North Star 360s. Coming up Tuesday night, again, coverage, racing events starting at 9:30. And you can expect your broadcast to start anywhere from 9:45 to 10 o'clock. Typically, we'll start the broadcast with the first heat race of the night. And, of course, you can check that out on our live broadcast right here on the HDIRL.com page. And scroll down, click on live broadcast. That'll bring you right to our window here where we show you all the live action. Also want to thank our associate sponsor, media partner, Turn 5 Media. Turn 5 Media LLC out of Horseheads, New York, for all of your Facebook social media management as well as web design. You visit them online or on Facebook, Turn 5 Media or turn5media.com. While we finish getting the drivers lined up here, we'll take a run through the top 5 drivers in the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modified points. Coming into tonight, Ken Short has the points lead in the series with 46. Torin Schertz, who we saw pick up a heat race win earlier tonight, runs in the second spot with 40 points. Caleb Sexton, who we saw win a heat race earlier, is third with 38 points. Trevor Baker with 36 points in the fourth, and Joshua Johnson in that 4 car currently sitting 5th in points with 34. So the drivers being called to the lineup here for the B main. Here's how they're going to line up going away from the pole. In this one will be Seth Cheney in the 099. Alongside in the 86 car will be Derek Fedkenhuer. Row 2 to the inside will be the 102 of Marcus Brown to his outside, the 7 of Brian Bellinger. Row 3 to the inside will be the 164 of George Curtis, and to his outside, the 666 of William Mosel. Next row back will be the 129 of Curtis Uphoff. To his outside in the 87 machine is Sean Freeman. Next row back will be a pair of 2s, the 2 of Brian Wise and the 02 of Trenton Vogt. Next row back will be the 63 car being driven tonight by Kevin O'Dow, and to his outside will be the 85 machine being driven tonight by Cole Harvey. And our final car on the grid will be the 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin if he's able to make the call. all of our cars out here making their pace laps here for the B main. Everybody getting assembled in the proper starting order. Seth Cheney going to be leading us here to the green flag. So it looks like by my count we've got 13 cars going to take the green flag here for the B main. Again, 12 laps in distance. 8 cars will qualify, so it looks like from the field we have here on the track, looks like 5 cars are going to have to put it on the trailer early here tonight. And it looks like they are getting the
Top 8 guys.
all ready to go here from race control to get this one underway. Seth Cheney and Derek Fedkin, who are going to lead them to the green, and the green flag is out. The B main is underway. They haul them off through turns 1 and 2 for the first time, and it's Seth Cheney out in front of this one in the 099 machine as we've got all sorts of action. It looks like we've got a car turned around in turns 3 and 4. And that is going to put us under our first caution flag of the evening. As we had a little bit of a jingle over in turns 3 and 4, saw one car get sideways, and I think that is something that we won't be too surprised to see. These guys are going to be racing really hard here in this B main, because this is the final shot to qualify into tonight's 30-lap A main. So I expect to see some very heavy-hitting racing here in this B main, with these guys rooting and gouging to find their way to the promised land, and that's tonight's A main. 30 laps here at the USA International Speedway. Of course, tonight, our Monday night league here at the Hammerdown iRacing League. Tonight is the BEI Lightning Series for the UMP Modifieds. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow night for the Star 360s. And it looks like we're going to have a complete restart here, as being communicated by race control. So again, it'll be Seth Cheney and Derek Fedkenhuer, the 099 and the 86, that are going to lead us to the green on this complete restart. Again, 12 laps the distance here for our B main here at Lakeland, Florida, at the USA International Speedway. The BEI Lightning Series UMP race number 2 here for 2018. We welcome you here with us tonight. I'm the voice of the Hammerdown iRacing League. Steve Ovens here with you. I'm happy to be with you here for my first race with HDIRL. Green is back out here, and boy, what a start that time for Fedkenhuer. He's going to try and roll it in on the top side, and that's not going to work, because here comes Cheney right back down to the bottom. battle for the lead here in the B main, and another car that we'll keep your eye on here is Bellinger in the 7 machine. Bellinger up to the 3rd spot, and again, these cars all come to... Oh, we got a mess here in turn 1. One car noses it into the fence and collects a couple others. And that will put us under the caution here one more time. And you can see on that one, one car got sideways right here on the front straightaway. And once that machine got sideways, one other car collected and overturned. We had ourselves quite a mess here on the front straightaway. So track crews making their way out there to clean everything up here on the front stretch as we'll look to try and get this one back underway. Again, Seth Cheney out front here in this one in the 099. Finished just 1 spot out of qualifying from the heat race here earlier this evening. Earlier tonight in time trials, we'll give you our top 5 from time trials earlier here tonight. Caleb Sexton took down quick time here tonight. Greg Thompson was 2nd quick. Torrin Schertz was 3rd quick. Corey Budno was 4th. And Jacob Hilburn, your top 5 here in time trials here tonight. Again, this is race number 2 for the BEI Lightning Series for the UMP Modifieds here with the Hammer Down iRacing League. If you're interested in joining the Hammer Down iRacing League, be sure to visit our website at www.hdirl.com, and you can check out all the action. And if you're checking out the video here, obviously you're already on our live broadcast, but you can check those out at hdirl.com/live-broadcasts, and you can check out all of the live action here each night that the broadcasts are available for you, so be sure to check that out. All right, we're off at turn 4, and we are back to green flag racing. It's Cheney once again here. Going to lead them off into turn 1 as we had the Delaware double file restart that time. And boy, are they mixing it up back here. We've got cars sideways, one overturned into the inside barrier, and we have got a mess on the backstretch this time. It seemed that turn 1 in the front stretch was Calamity Corner here in the opening laps of this one, and now we're going to add the backstretch just for a little flavor, as we had quite a mess over there. One car again getting sideways into the inside barrier, and so we will stack them back up and try it again here. So we'll roll down through your running order here in tonight's B main. Seth Cheney is out front leading this one. Running in the 2nd spot is Derek Fedkenhuer. 3rd is Brian Bellinger. 4th is Marcus Brown. 5th, Cole Harvey. Followed by Matthew Everts. Followed by Sean Freeman, Curtis Uphoff, Brian Wise, William Mosel, Kevin O'Dow, and Trenton Volk. It looks like Volk was one of the drivers that had some problems. there here on this last caution. So we've got everybody lined up and ready to go here. Seth Cheney, single file restart this time. Going to try and put some laps up on the board here. As Cheney brings them slowly off turn 4 now, hits the loud pedal, and down the front straightaway they go here on the restart. Through turns 1 and 2 they ride. As everybody giving each other some space now here with the single file restart. Going to try and get some laps on the board. Oh, look out. Had a problem there. As it looks like Trenton Volk has got all sorts of problems. Slides around, and he's going to keep on going. I think that might be able to keep us under the green here. But boy, one driver I was getting ready to mention was Fedkenhuer. Had quite a corner to start off this restart, and he's got Brian Bellinger all over him here for the second spot. Of course, these guys battling for where they will start in tonight's 30-lap A main. So every position counts here in the B main. Of course, you don't want to wreck your car because you want to make sure that you're in that A main and in a qualified spot, but every position you can pick off here is another spot closer to the front of the field in tonight's A. Good battle back here between Curtis Uphoff and Marcus Brown in the 102. Brown in the Federated Auto Parts 102. UNOH on the side of that ride. Right behind him is Sean Freeman in the 87 machine. And then we've got a battle back here between Cole Harvey and Brian Wise. Brian Wise in the 2, and now he's got Matthew Everts all over him. Everts with damage on the 06 machine, and he's still making a go of it here. Trying to run that bottom lane, and boy, these guys are really searching for the grip here as this track really gets worn out here tonight. Still Seth Cheney out front, as now he's starting to get a little bit of a challenge here from Fedkenhuer. Those cars still running 1-2 here in the B main. Bellinger in the 7 has fallen back just a little bit, but still safely into the show as we'll take the top 8 cars here tonight. So your running order right now in the B main is Cheney out front, Fedkenhuer 2nd, Bellinger 3rd, Uphoff 4th, Marcus Brown 5th, Sean Freeman 6th, 7th is Cole Harvey, and currently holding on to the final qualifying spot with everything he's got is Brian Wise. And that is going to do it here for tonight's B main. Cheney will pick up the win, finishing in the 2nd spot again will be the 86 machine of Derek Fedkenhuer. 3rd, Brian Bellinger. Then it's Curtis Uphoff, Sean Freeman, Marcus Brown, Cole Harvey, and Brian Wise. Those will be your cars as we look at it here that will go into tonight's B main.
Good run, Marcus.
So our B main now in the books, and that will bring us to tonight's dash. So as the cars get ready to line up for tonight's Dash for Cash, we'll let you know that tonight's Dash, we're going to drop that down to 6 laps here tonight. Here's how they're going to start in tonight's Dash. Going away from the pole will be Dylan Conrad in the 177. To his outside, the 69 of Keith Hackney. Row 2 to the inside will be the 097. Of course, being driven by Rocky Battenfield here tonight. To his outside will be the 711 of Jacob Hilburn. Row 3 to the inside will be the 34 machine of Corey Budno. To his outside, the 20 car of Torrin Schertz. And our final row will be the 313 of Greg Thompson. And to his outside, tonight's quick time winner, the 522 of Caleb Sexton. 8 cars, 6 laps the distance here for tonight's Dash for Cash. So we're working on getting our drivers lined up here in the staging lane, getting ready for tonight's Dash. Again, the Dash will be 6 laps here tonight. And the cars starting to roll out onto the track here. The
Should let me
3/4
win,
mile
Rick?
USA International. Ready to go for tonight's Dash. Again, going away from the pole in tonight's Dash will be the 177. That's, of course, being driven tonight by Dylan
Good
Conrad.
luck, guys.
We saw how quick of a car
try to
Conrad
keep it
had
clean.
earlier here tonight in his heat race. We'll see what he can do here for the Dash. Starting alongside him will be Keith Hackney in row number 1. So again, 6 laps the distance here for tonight's Dash. Field all lined up. Dave Farney looks him over atop the flag stand. Looks good. We're waiting for Conrad to hit the trigger. He will do so, and the Dash is underway. Conrad going to power slide through turns 1 and 2 here on the opening lap of the Dash. Good battle back here for second as we've got Hackney and Battenfield ready to go at it here for the second spot. Battenfield's got a great run here down on the bottom side, but boy, Hackney with the momentum run on the outside will hold on to that second spot. As everybody pretty much single file. Got a car back in the field there trying to work that outside lane. Try and see if they can make something happen here, but it's still Conrad out front, and boy, look at Hackney go to the outside lane. As Hackney is going to try and make something happen here. See if he can't gain on Conrad there on the outside. Conrad with a good run here so far. They are going to come down to the line this time to put up halfway. 3 laps in and 3 laps to go, and here comes Hackney. Hackney with that momentum run on the outside. Boy, just sliding it right onto the top of the track. But it's still Conrad out front, leading this one. Coming to 2 to go this time. Conrad, oh, here comes Hackney with the move on the outside. Hackney, I think, got him at the line here. As Hackney continues to work that outside lane with a big run off of turn number 2, and he is going to take the lead here in the dash. They're going to be coming down to the white flag. One more trip around the USA International Speedway here for Keith Hackney. Hackney kept pounding the outside lane time and time again, and he was able to make it work. Off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway for the final time. Here in tonight's Dash for Cash, it's Keith Hackney who made a brilliant move here on Dylan Conrad. And Hackney off turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. And Hackney is going to pick up the win in the Dash. Conrad is going to finish in the number 2 spot. And boy, what a move there for Keith Hackney to pick up the win in tonight's Dash for Cash. Working that outside lane to perfection. And if that's any indication of what we're going to see in tonight's A main, we are going to have a dandy on our hands. As we take a look at and what was just an awesome move there for Keith Hackney to get the win here in our Dash. He started using that outside lane right off of the drop of the green and just kept working and working and working, and finally made his way around Conrad. So finishing first will be Keith Hackney. Second here in the Dash will be Dylan Conrad. Third is Rocky Battenfield. Fourth, Torrin Schertz, followed by Jacob Hilburn, Caleb Sexton, and Corey Boudneau. Those are your finishers in tonight's Dash. And of course, next up will be tonight's 30-lap BEI Lightning Series UMP Modified A main. So we're going to have just a brief pause for the cause here while we get our A-main drivers lined up here in the chute. The drivers will make all of their final adjustments, and we will have tonight's 30-lap A-main for you here momentarily. I want to thank all of you that are watching on our live feed here tonight on the Hammer Down iRacing League. As we've got our drivers lined up and ready to go here for tonight's feature event. So let's go down through the lineup for tonight's 30-lap A-main here with the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds. Going away from the pole tonight will be Caleb Sexton in the 522 to his outside. Will be Greg Thompson in the 313. Row 2 to the inside will be the 20 car of Torrin Schertz alongside the 34 of Corey Budno.
177. Do not move yet.
Those are your top four starters going back through the field here. Rocky Battenfield and Jacob Hilborn will make up the next row, followed by Dylan Conrad and Jacob Sampson. Then we've got Joshua Johnson in the 4, followed by Randy Crowder in the 096. Next row, we've got your dash winner, Keith Hackney, alongside Noah Samples in the 208. Then we've got Troy Stuckwish in the 124. Alongside the 86 of Derek Fedkenhuer.
24.
Then we've got Trevor Baker in the 24 machine, followed by Curtis Uphoff in the 129, the 099, Seth Cheney, tonight's B-main winner.
099, 86, row 10.
Followed by Blake Mosley in the 023, the 85 is Cole Harvey. The 2 car is Brian Wise, followed by the 102 of Marcus Brown, the 7 of Brian Bellinger, the 87 of Sean
Thanks
Freeman.
For coming out, guys. We will change this so we don't have such late nights, and we will do a non-qualifiers feature next week. $129 is row 10, outside, behind the 86.
Everybody getting their final controls and commands here from race control.
Okay, don't take the green. Let's get everybody
as we're under pace laps here.
Okay,
for tonight's 30-lap A-main. Now, of course, this will be a 30-lap main event.
Row 2, 097. 20.
And if you're familiar with iRacing, they will iRacing will be controlling the feature here tonight.
313.
As now everybody is going to get in order. The lineup that we gave you was how everybody qualified here tonight. And so we'll give you an update here on where everybody will be starting for tonight's feature.
Row 8, 08. 023, row 9, 099, 86, row 10, 7, 129, row 11, 87, 102, Row 12, 85, and 2.
Well, it looks like we're ready to go green. Keith Hackney and Dylan Conrad are going to bring them to the green flag.
Look, guys, having fun.
Here for 30 laps, the distance here tonight. We want to thank you for joining us here on the Hammer Down iRacing League. And as they bring them through turns 1 and 2, everybody lined up here, double file, for our initial green flag start. Looks like we might be going green here this time. Everybody stacked up. Race fans, there's only one thing left to do. And that, of course, is to fasten your seatbelts and drop the hammer. The BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds from USA International are green. Green flag is in the air. We've got a little bit of contact in the back of the pack, and it looks like we've got trouble right off the bat here in turn number 2. And that'll put us under the first yellow of the night
That
here,
was my fault.
right
It
off
kinda
the drop
kicked
of the
right on
green.
me.
Can I have a black flag, please?
Didn't take too long for our
Damage.
first incident of the night here, as we had cars got them wadded up here entering
Yeah, I
the
got the
first
same
turn
thing.
off the drop of the green flag.
Hey, what's up, Mosley?
We'll talk a little bit about Keith Hackney here in the 69 car. That is your leader, who will be bringing the field back to the green flag. And I got to tell you, what a move he made in the dash here tonight. Running the top lane, I mean,
Never mind,
running
I
right
don't
up
know.
on the outside edge.
Yeah, I done
Made a
pitted.
great move on Dylan Conrad to pick up that dash win, and that is what has given him the pole starting position
There you go.
for tonight's A-Main. Caution laps counting here. As you can see up on the ticker, lap 5 of 35 in the books. We had a few opening pace laps, and so the 30-lap
So what that
scheduled
evens
feature
in,
tonight
odds
will
out?
work out to be about that after you factor in those pace laps here to get us going here.
No, second place chooses insider out.
Of course, tomorrow going to be a big day in the iRacing world. If you're unaware, lots of updates coming out tomorrow and across several divisions. But what we're excited about here on the dirt side, of course, is the new progressive cushion, as well as additions of tracks such as Limaland and the dirt track at Charlotte have been added to the dirt racing fold. So we're, of course, really looking forward to that with Tuesday's update here on iRacing. Field bringing him off at turn 4, and it looks like Keith Hackney going to bring us back to the green flag. He drops the hammer, and we are back underway as everybody tries to negotiate turns 1 and 2. Everybody doing a pretty good job here as we've got the yellow being displayed here once again.
That was a fucking
As
joke.
we've got problems again in turns 1 and
Hey.
2.
That was a big jump.
Hey. I heard go on green, so that's what I did.
Well, that was a huge jump by the 522. That was quite
So
a
working
jump you
our
got
second
there,
caution of the
Caleb.
event here.
On green.
No, leader goes whenever he feels he's ready after the pace car has completely left the racing surface.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. The only reason why I went on green is because that's what I heard.
Yep, leader has
And
control.
looks like the
As soon
field
as
is
the pace
stacked
car
up
is
single
up, he can
file
go at
here,
any
so it
time.
might be a single file
10-4.
start restart here. As we're going to try and get some laps put up on the board here. Keith Hackney, currently your leader, running in that second spot, of course, is the 177 of Dylan Conrad.
I'm in the front of the field, but
Running in the third
I don't
spot
know.
is Caleb Sexton. Of course, Sexton was our quick time qualifier here tonight.
Yeah, something's messed up here.
Here for the Bellinger Electric Incorporated Lightning Series UMP Modifieds here for the Hammer Down iRacing League.
Rocky had an EOL.
If you like what you see
it's
tonight here,
telling
want
me
to join
stay
in on the
inside,
action,
and I'm like the last
check
car on
us
the
out
lead lap.
online, HDIRL.com,
Oh, I'd rather have a wave around.
HammerDown to check out all of the great things that we've got
We're going
going on
Delaware.
here at the HDIRL. You can check out our schedule. Of course, tomorrow night we'll be at Williams Grove. We're going to make our way from Florida all the way up to central Pennsylvania as the North Star 360s will tackle for their second event on the 2018 calendar. 20 laps the distance there for the 360s at Williams Grove. It all kicks off tomorrow night with the session opening at 9:30. Be sure to check that out. We're going back green racing here with our 30-lap A main. And Keith Hackney going to lead them back into turn number one. Got a pretty good restart. But so didn't Dylan Conrad, as Conrad trying to keep within a couple of car lengths. But boy, Hackney has been so good through the middle and letting that car kind of glide toward the top. Not all the way to the outside wall, but running a good line up there through the middle. And that has been his bread and butter all night here tonight. As now Conrad is going to start to get a challenge here from Caleb Sexton, our quick time qualifier of the night. As we've got the caution coming back out here. As we complete lap number 13 of our 35 lap event. Caution back out on the speedway. And that's going to bunch the field back up here.
Hey, do you guys give any wave around? Yeah, but under
So got a good
caution,
couple lap
sometimes
run
you
in
get,
there.
You get to fix your car, and I just
And
ran
from
a
what
pit.
we
I
could
didn't
really
realize the
see
pace
on
car
those
was that
first
close
couple
to
of
me.
laps, here back under green, Keith Hackney is going to be a tough competitor to get by here tonight, as that 69 car has been quick. Dylan Conrad is going to have his
Dude,
hands
man, you're
full.
smoking bad. I don't know
Not,
if you
not
wanna have
even
that
just
black
trying
cleared.
to get to Hackney, but trying to hold off our quick time qualifier, Caleb Sexton. Currently running in the 4th spot is Greg Thompson. He was second quick in time trials here tonight. Running in the top 5 is Jacob Hilburn.
Two laps
And that's where
ready to
Hilburn
blow.
is pretty much camped out for the entire night tonight. He's been a top 5
It is
quick
working.
car all night long here tonight. So Hilburn rounding out your top 5 currently, running in the 6th spot, Randy Crowder. 7th is Corey Boudneau. 8th is Torrin Shirts. 9th is Noah Samples. And 10th is Trevor Baker. So there's a rundown of your top 10. As we are working lap 15 of 35 here under the yellow. Had 3 cautions here in this one so far. That has kind of slowed the pace down here tonight. But we are looking to get some laps on the board here when we go back to the green flag. They cross the line here. That puts lap number 16 up on the board. here for the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds here in sunny Lakeland, Florida, here for the USA International Speedway. And off turn 4, we are back to green flag racing, and it's going to be Hackney through turns 1 and 2, and now you can start to see Conrad and Sexton start to move up the speedway. As now Conrad is, just as I say that, he goes to the bottom lane, and we have got the yellow flag out once more. Caution fever is the password here tonight. Having some trouble getting laps up on the board. And that was a pretty good restart there for Dylan Conrad, the 177 machine running in the second spot, as it looked like he was all right and ready to shoot down to the bottom lane and try and see if he couldn't make a move here on Keith Hackney. Hackney's been quick all night long in that 69.
So for
Our
future
quick
reference,
time
we
of the
can
night,
speed to beat the
Caleb
car
Sexton
out.
still running in that third spot.
Yeah, we'll clear your.
Fourth is
Black
Greg
Blake for
Thompson,
speeding up
and
pit
fifth,
road.
of course, Jacob Hilburn.
Okay. Well,
We
if I'd have
talked
known
about
that, I
him
wouldn't have
here
been a lap down.
just a moment ago. So working lap number 18, getting ready to click off lap number 19 of 35 here in the second round of the BEI
Sorry,
Lightning
Rocky. We're going to
Series
clean this up a
UMP
lot for next
Modifieds.
week. This is getting kind of ridiculous.
While we have a second, I want to thank all of our sponsors here at the Hammer Down iRacing League. Of course, those being RNC Wraps, Dialed Designs, MHL Performance, Bellinger Electric Incorporated, North Star Mohican Casino Resort, as well as Turn 5 Media and Bud Davis Photography. Without all the great sponsors here at the Hammer Down iRacing League, none of this would be possible. Looks like we're going to be going back to green here. Everybody lined up all back through the field. Single file restart. Keith Hackney will be your control car off turn 4. He hits the loud pedal and down and away we go. And boy, these guys all fighting for the bottom of the speedway. Hackney lets it drift up to the middle and up toward the top. And boy, what a run he gets off the corner. That is where that car has been so good here tonight. And boy, I don't know if he's got a rear view mirror, but if he does, he has got a pack of dogs ready to nip at his heels here as Dylan Conrad runs in that second spot, and behind him, all hell is breaking loose for the top 5, and we've got a caution. Caution flag coming back out here as we work lap number 22. These guys just can't
Hey,
get
my
into
bad
a
there,
rhythm,
099.
it seems
I didn't
like
mean
here
to get
tonight.
into you there about a
As
lap
we
ago.
had contact and one car up and over right here on the front stretch, just about to where the pit exit opening is. So Keith Hackney out front here,
All right.
and he is led right from the drop of the green flag here in tonight's A main. Going to be interesting as this race wears on here to see if anybody has anything for him here tonight. We've seen Conrad and running in the third spot, Greg Thompson, who took that spot away from Caleb Sexton here on the most recent restart. So Thompson, who's been quick, was second quick in time trials here tonight. Going to try and make something
Come on,
happen
y'all, let's
here
race.
in
No more
battle
cautions.
with Conrad and Hackney. We'll see what he's got for the top two.
6 laps left, guys. Let's clean it up.
As race
Let's finish
control
it out.
coming over the one-way radios, talking to all the drivers to make sure everybody's properly aligned, and it looks like we might be
I said, let's
coming
race.
back for the restart here.
It says there's 10 to
As
go.
Hackney leads the field down the back
Or 11.
straightaway here in this second round
So if there's a
of
caution,
the
race it out or no?
2018 Bellinger Electric Incorporated
We got, you're right.
Lightning
It's set for
Series
35,
for
not
the
30.
UMP Modifieds here at the Hammer Down iRacing League. Hackney hits the loud pedal off turn 4 and puts the field back under the green, and he got a nice car length advantage up into turn number 1. As now here we told you about him. Here comes Greg Thompson running third, trying to put the pressure on Conrad. And Conrad, look at him reel in the leader. Conrad not going to go away quietly here. As once again the yellow flag appears
Come on,
here
guys,
as
really,
the
let's
field
race
works
now.
through
Come on.
turns 1 and 2 here on lap number 27.
129 cut down on me on the
Boy, the
restart,
race was
and then he
getting
spun
good
out
there
going
for
into
the
three.
lead. And the caution flag comes out here to slow the field one more time, as we have got 27
never
of
touched you, dude. I
35
was a
laps
car
up
length
on the
back.
board. Again, this race will work out to be about a 30-lap A-main here for the BEI Lightning Series UMPs tonight. Again, want to quickly mention our sponsors here for the Hammer Down iRacing League. Of course, the sponsor for our series here tonight on Monday nights is, of course, Bellinger Electric. At Bellinger Electric, our highly trained professionals will use their experience to provide innovative and economical solutions to meet all of your electrical needs, to assist you in all aspects of your project, whether new construction, remodeling, maintenance of existing systems, or commercial work. So be sure to check them out. You can check them out at facebook.com/Bellinger Electric to find all of that great information, as well as our other sponsors: RNC Wraps, Dialed Designs, MHL Performance, North Star Mohican Casino Resort, as well as Turn 5 Media, broadcasting and media production company located in Horseheads, as well as Bud Davis Photography. Contact Bud Davis Photography for all of your photography needs. And you can find them online, facebook.com/Bud Davis Photography. Again, don't forget, tomorrow night, the North Star 360s will tackle the Williams Grove Speedway. As we're back to green here, Keith Hackney once again leads them into turns 1 and 2. Boy, Conrad, oh, he gets the wrong end of the slide job there from Thompson. Move Thompson up to second, but now he's got a battle, because here comes Caleb Sexton. Sexton up to third and looking for second, as Conrad fell back 3, 4, 5 positions on that exchange as the caution flag comes out once more. Things
Now, that was my
getting
fault. I went
dicey
to miss
here
the
in the
102. That was in the
closing
wall.
laps.
I collected whoever was in the
Thompson
back
made
there.
a big move down to the bottom. Pulled
bad.
the slide job, but got the left front
cleared you
tire
completely.
of Conrad's
I didn't know you was
machine.
going to shoot up on me that fast,
Some
though.
good hard racing there.
I cleared you completely with the slide job. You ran right into the back of me. I mean,
And that moves Thompson up to second. But here with just 5 laps to go, now we've got 4 laps to go. Be interesting to see just how many laps we got left here for this final green flag run. Can Keith Hackney hold on? He has been quick all night long. But now running in the second spot is Greg Thompson. Thompson was second quick on the stopwatch here tonight in time trials. Had a great run in his heat race. And now he's going to try and run down the leader here with less than 5 to go in round number 2 of the BEI Lightning Series for the UMP Modifieds. We'll roll back through the top 5 here. Greg Thompson in the second spot. Caleb Sexton third, followed by Jacob Hilburn fourth, and Randy Crowder now moved up into the top 5. Dylan Conrad has fallen back from second to 6th here as we move toward the finish of this one.
It's been a lovely parade.
And here we go, back underway. As it is Keith Hackney out front trying to pull down the win here tonight. He has got a car length, now making a car length and a half on Thompson. And now Thompson, who caught a little piece of the wall, has got to deal with Caleb Sexton in a battle for the second spot. Nose to tail they go. Here as we work the final lap. Hackney down the back straightaway with a 2-car length lead over Thompson. Through turns 3 and 4, Thompson trying to make a big move down to the bottom. Isn't going to work as Keith Hackney brings it off of turn number 4 and will pick up the victory here tonight in the BEI Lightning Series for the UMP Modifieds. Thompson will finish second. Third will be Caleb Sexton. Fourth, Jacob Hilburn. Randy Crowder will round out the top 5. Great finish here tonight as Hackney picks up the win in the 69 car. He will sweep the dash and tonight's A main.